I'm getting so cold. I ain't wait this hard since I was 18. Apologize if I say anything I don't mean.
Hi there. This is technically episode 5 of my experience. Excuse me while I close the door. So it's episode 5, day 3 actually, of my schooling at Capri. On Thursdays, it seems like, to me, since this was my first week, that we review. So we reviewed our topics that we did on Tuesday, actually, for the test that we're going to have tomorrow. It's a multiple choice and true-false test, is how I understand it. There are brain challenge things at the end of each chapter. So you do exercises, and there's quizzes online. It's like there's an online module that goes with the textbook, and I don't know, it's not bad. They give you like practice questions. Yeah, so we didn't do any more in the way of book learning really today. We went more to just doing our practical stuff. So we finished our cuts from yesterday if we hadn't finished it. I'm a little bit behind other people because I'm a little bit of a slow worker. We did a blowout. Well, I haven't completed one full blowout because every time I go to do it, my mannequin's hair is almost dry, and it's really not easy. You have to like re-wet it in certain sections, and it doesn't like blow dry equally, and it really frustrates me. So I have a hard time with it. It's my cutting really that slows me down. I try to be really precise with my sectioning and with the cut itself as well. And it's hard. I need a comb and some clips. So we did another sort of what is it called? My mind's blanking. I'm sorry. It's been a really long day, and I already reviewed all that information, so I have all this random knowledge crammed into my head. So we did forward angle cut. It's a solid edge though. It's not horizontal, obviously, because it's forward diagonal cut. We also did curling today. We did curling stuff with the curling iron, which was actually kind of cool. We did barrel curls. You curl underneath. I don't know. There's nothing really like too special about it. I don't think. Our curling irons are pretty cool though. We have to practice rolling them back and forth in our hands. So right now I'm going to show you guys parting like I promised. You guys saw a finished example of it last time. You'll get an idea of how kind of like difficult things can be because, well, actually I'll probably make it look harder than it is, so you guys will be lucky when you actually go. So you're supposed to part from the center of the nose, so you go from the forehead and you try to trace it back. There's 2 different ways of parting the middle section of the hair. I don't really like the way that this is going. You can either trace it all the way from the center of the nose to the nape of the neck. Yeah, my stand's a little loose too, so that's always fun. It's fun when their heads pop off too, when they're blow drying them. That'll probably happen while I do that for you guys tonight. So, let's see. Right now, supposed to go up from the forehead. I don't know why this hair isn't cooperating. Oh, there's another way to split it, and that's the way I'm going to do it for you guys. I don't know, I'm not getting it straight back. I really do apologize, it's been a long day. So, okay, this is looking better. So I go to the apex of the head. This is another way that they showed us that we could do it. So you pinch the hair that you don't want out of the way, and you comb the hair in the direction you want it to go. So we want this side to go this way, obviously. Hopefully it's pretty straight on. My sectioning is really, really what I feel like is the most annoying thing to me. I feel like obviously you'll get used to it, but sectioning has to be good because the parts are really important when you're following them with your fingers when you're cutting. So you want to be accurate with it. We'll see how well my cut came out after I'm done blowing it out. Alright, so you can continue down the rest of the back of the head, but I like to do my side sections first. So I'm going to try to section towards you guys so you can see what I'm doing. You want to get towards the back of the ear, but leave the hair down. So you put your fingertip at the back of the ear. You want to balance the comb on top of the head. Probably don't really want to do this with a real client, but you want to get the highest point of the head. I think it's there. So you go from the high where you think the highest point is, and using like your physiology, your mind, I was on the ear, will know right where to find your other finger. Which my finger is there. It's just a little, it's kind of difficult to do it in this direction. And again, you want to comb the section in the direction that you want the hair to go. Now we're hoping that these are straight lines from the top to behind the ear. It's not always going to come out beautifully. So sometimes you're going to want to resection things. I'm not going to do that right now because I really don't feel like it. I'm just blowing it out, and I'll probably be able to see more accurate representation of my haircut if I was doing it properly. But we're doing the same cut again tomorrow. We do usually do the same cuts over and over again before we move on to a new cut, which makes sense to me because you want to practice the old before you begin the new. So this will be one section. You really want them as tight as possible, and you're supposed to twist them as best you can. Again, I'm a little lazy. So, and you always want to clip upward. You're just trying to get the hair out of the way. It's not really too important right now because it's blow drying. So I'm hoping that this is straight. I didn't really take a look at it. So I'm going to wrap around here too. I'll go with that section. Show you guys on this side. You're welcome to fast forward through anything if it's boring for you. If you already know how to do this, if you're familiar with it, you don't need to have me show you how to do it. It's kind of unimpressive, really. I'm sure once I know what I'm doing, I'll be like, why did I even bother telling them? They probably all already know. But I'm doing it for the sake of people who are like me, who don't already know. So, yes, I do have a little trouble finding my own finger, believe it or not. Seems like that's my issue. So, again, it's also a little difficult to do it with the head on the side that's not facing me. Usually you'll have the head turned towards you. You won't be demonstrating for other people like I am for you guys. So, you just twist up this section like you did the other one. Clip in the vertical position. You want to clip up so then the hair will fall, because if you clip downward the hair can fall out of the clip. You're supposed to try to get it to the nape of the neck, like the center of the nape of the neck, to finish the part going back, and then you just divide it sideways, but you don't have to do that when you go to blow dry hair. That's usually only for cutting, so I'm sorry, I'm not going to show you the whole thing. I don't feel like it. You can see the top of her head, like I showed you yesterday. That's like a T, whereas yesterday was like an X or a cross. So, what I'm going to do now is blow her out. You take it section by section. We did it with a round brush yesterday, but we're using our denim brush today. Not really different. This is a half a round. When you blow dry, you want to keep the blow dryer at the same place as the thing, blowing down the shaft, make it shiny. If you don't do it that way, it'll get all frizzy and messed up. You want to get it as close to the roots as possible for now because we're doing volume. When you take a new section after the first section, you want to do take a little bit of the already dried hair up with you. It's just something you do. I think that's all for blow drying. Once you start the blow dryer, don't shut it off. That's another thing. And you want to keep everything in your hand. So since I'm using the brush, I'm putting my comb down because I won't be using that. You can section with your finger. And also, they don't want us rolling the hair over the blow dryer. So if you're in the habit, don't drop the hair and pick it up with your pinky. I hold the blow dryer in my left hand, so I pick up with my left pinky, put it in the brush, and so on. So, okay.
2 white cups and I got that drink. Could be purple or could be pink, depending on how you mix that shit. Money to be got and I'ma get that shit, cause I'm on one. I said fuck it, I'm on one.